Guys, this is horrendous. I've never seen anything like it. It's huge, it's scary. People are burnt everywhere.
202 people died and over 200 people were injured. All right, back in 2002, two bombs were detonated in this heart of the crowded tourist bar in Kuta, Bali, the city that I'm living right now. And this has scarred the heart of the victim's family to date. And this is the sad story of the whole event.
Jadi saya antarkan dari tempat peracikan dan perakitan kami hingga di Jalan Legian. Diskotik di Jalan Legian yang paling banyak atau yang paling rame bulenya. Maka waktu itu saya dapatkan Sari Club sama Pedis Pub. Jadi dalam bom Bali 12 Oktober tahun 2002.
Initially, it was 3 detonated bombs, 2 in Kuta, and 1 was small device, but didn't cause much in American consulate at Denpasar. At Denpasar. That didn't cause a lot of damage, but the 2, 1 was in the van. So suicide van. Another one, I believe it was a verse. And these 2 were carried by these terrorists. So they were suicide terrorist group. And they caused a lot of damage that has scarred the heart of the victim's family till now.
He stopped the white man in front of the Sari Club. The other suicide bomber got out, walked into the Paddy's bar that was diagonally opposite the Sari Club. And he detonated his suicide bomb.
Guys, this is horrendous. I've never seen anything like it. It's huge, it's scary. People are burnt everywhere. There's people dead. I just don't believe what happened here tonight.
Jadi begini, sebetulnya kalau saya sampaikan dalam kesempatan ini, perencanaan, persiapan banyak amburadul.
Shape. Oh my gosh, it's a bomb. The police at first suspected that this was only electricity outage. But seeing from the flames, I said no, this must be a bomb. I ran to the scene like a hell. I saw somebody inside the car with no head, and I stepped on somebody with no hand.
This is the Pedis pub when got fire, many big flames and many people trapped inside. And this is the Sari Club. Many people also trapped in Sari Club.
This picture became very famous, iconic. Time magazine published it. I remember this girl, she managed to get out. She went back to look for her fiancé, and that she got this guy. The guy didn't make it. He passed away from the injuries.
I've got to find out, being a bigger guy,
I couldn't get through it without getting hurt myself and dying in that act.
The Sari Club was comprised of a grass thatched roof. There was also bottles of alcohol. It was a club. Gas cylinders for cooking. The blast, which demonstrates the ferocity of what occurred the night before. This photo is actually of the Sari Club, where you can see the extent of the damage.
A forensics point of view, the difficulty of trying to go through all of this rubble to trying to find. There was damage for hundreds of metres away from the Sari Club. So crime scene management was going to be extraordinarily difficult.
I could see people traversing across the whole area of devastation, which is an official crime scene. It was very disturbing to me.
Well, if a crime scene isn't sealed off properly, there's potential for the crime.
This was one of the biggest blast site crime scenes in recent history. There's only one opportunity to gather evidence. A lot of negotiation had to occur with the local community. So ultimately, an agreement was struck. We could examine the site for 3 weeks and then they would want the site cleaned up.
Several months before the Bali attacks, Vice President Hamzah Has had a meeting with some of the leading. After he met them, Vice President Hamzah, he essentially...
Similarly, the fire brigade response and the amount of water that they had utilised makes the hunt for evidence all the more difficult. Everyone happened to be looking down because that's where... And in this case, it was a simple thing when somebody decided, let's look up.
And what you can see is 2 power poles.
It can be forgiven. It can be forgiven, but it cannot be forgotten. And I would like to take this privilege to visit the memorial where the incident happened. I mean, where the car exploded. It has become a memorial place for people to visit. And I feel very sad to bring the story back. But as I already mentioned, it can be forgiven, but it cannot be forgotten. I still can't imagine around this area. Just imagine how does it look back in 2002? It was highly density populated tourist area, and there's a lot of clubs, as you all can see. Restaurant. I think here's a bank. I don't know if this bank existed back in the days. And there's a hotel right here. And I don't know. And I believe that here is one of the clubs, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, here is one of the clubs. And the video will indicate that. I think yours who are watching the video of the incident, you will know the environment. Just keep in mind. As already said, there's a 3 bomb blast. And this is one of the spots. And the other spot, I'll have to find it. And the other device, which didn't take a damage, that occurred in American consulate. That didn't, cause a damage. But this part and other place caused a lot.
Yeah.